Hey yo. Now, what, this is what makes a good man per Google search. I actually have to agree with them on these things. So I'm going to go over what they say and then put my 2 cents on it. So if you like what I got to say, hit subscribe for me. Well, let's get started. Now, I just typed in what makes a good man in the Google search bar, and this is what it popped up. If you want to know what it said without watching me, just type in what makes a good man in Google search, hit enter. It'll tell you. But if you want my take on some of it, just keep on listening. Integrity and honesty. A good man keeps his word, acts consistently with his values, and is transparent about his intentions and feelings, building trust in relationships and communities. Now I got to agree with this. Man's word's his bond. Your word has to carry weight, or you ain't ever gonna amount to nothing. You have to stay consistent with what you do daily as far as your values and always be transparent about things that affect other people. Now, you ain't got to tell your whole life business. Just tell them the parts that they need to know, and that's it. Keep the rest to yourself. All right. Empathy and respect. A good man understands values, the perspectives of others, treating people with dignity regardless of their status or beliefs. And this includes listening actively and showing care in both professional and personal interactions. And my take on it, you do need to genuinely listen when they're talking to you, but you got to be smart enough to know whose perspectives are worth taking into consideration. But I always treat everyone with respect, from a janitor to the CEO. That, that is until they give you reason not to. You got to remember, respect's earned. But I always give people the benefit of the doubt. But don't give them enough rope so they can hang themselves and you. All right. Emotional intelligence. Man recognizes and manages his emotions, responds thoughtfully rather than impulsively, and he maintains calm and constructive communication even under stress. Now, this one's hard for a lot of men. I struggle with it pretty often myself. I try to stay calm and respond to everything with a calm manner. Now, I don't succeed all the time, but I try to. I do think that clear and constructive communication is very important. That way that's how you help build good men. So you got to correct them on their mistakes, but you got to do it in a way where it's actually received as help and not just getting on to them. All right, your responsibility and accountability. A good man takes ownership of his actions, learns from his mistakes, and he fulfills his commitments, whether in work, family, or social obligations. This goes back to your word in a way. You have to own up to your mistakes, even when it's hard and it's going to hurt people's feelings and upset people. It's hard, even if it's just your own pride that's going to get hurt. If you make any kind of commitment to anyone, whether it's an individual or a group, you got to hold up to your word. You got to hold up that you're going to do whatever it is you said you would do. Now, courage and moral strength. A man chases challenges and discomfort when necessary. He stands up for what's right. He demonstrates moral courage in difficult situations. You got to be able to stand up to any challenge that comes your way, no matter how hard or uncomfortable it may be. Always stand for what's right, not for what some people want you to stand for. You got to stay strong in your convictions, no matter the circumstances or the outcome. Uh, Adaptability and growth. Man adjusts to new circumstances with a positive attitude, seeks self improvement, and embraces personal growth emotionally, intellectually, and socially. Now, things change and you got to accept them even when you don't want to, so you may as well do it willingly and on your own terms. And not wait till it's forced onto you. This one's hard for me too, but I found it's way easier just to do it early and do it my way instead of waiting till the last minute and it gets forced on me. Yeah, and yes, you always got to be working on yourself. You got to work on yourself to grow in every way, so that you can be just a little better. Just a little at a time is all it takes. All right, now kindness and compassion. Now, a good man shows genuine concern for others. He helps when he's needed, and he contributes positively to the well-being of those around him. Now, this most would think is common sense, but unfortunately, it ain't anymore. But a good man always has concerns for others. Now, he may not always walk up to you or call and ask if you're okay, but you can bet he's checking. One way or another, he's checking, making sure you're okay. If he thinks something's off, he's going to ask. Now, he don't have a lot of people he's close to, but the ones that he is close to know that he's always got their back no matter what. Okay, humor and positivity. Man can laugh at himself, bring levity to challenging situations, and maintain a balanced perspective without taking life too seriously. Now, I learned a long time ago laughter helps everybody, especially when it's at your own expense. Now, you got to know when it's a good time to try and make people laugh. Timing's everything on that one. I've done it some wrong times before, but for the most part, it's a good way to be. But you got to learn that you can't take everything so seriously. All right, now confidence with humility. He's self-assured without arrogance, allowing his actions and integrity to speak for themselves, and he doesn't seek constant validation. Now, myself, I really like this one. A man's got to be confident, but not arrogant. There's a big difference in the two, and you got to know what that difference is. I mean, you got to be confident enough to know where you stand and stand up for other people without coming off as cocky. A lot of difference in the two. Consistency and respect. Now, how we treat people who can't benefit us, such as service people, waiters, staff, strangers even. That reflects a man's true character and earns lasting respect. Now, if you want to be a good man, you got to treat everybody equal. Give them equal respect. Even people that can't help you in your life, you know, just because they can't help you don't mean they don't have people depending on them the same as you do. So anyway, that's what Google will pop up if you type in a good man. Of course, I had to add my 2 cents in on it. If you're still here, apparently you may like my 2 cents worth. If you don't, that's all right. Let me know. Which of them things do y'all struggle with the most? I mean, there ain't nothing wrong. Ain't no shame in struggling with it. Put in the comments there for me if you don't care. Give me a like. But that's all I got on this one, y'all. Y'all live a little lighter and have a good day.